Hey there. You are listening to Slow English Podcast. I am Abby, and every week I bring you a real story to help you improve your English. Today's episode is level A1. Slow, clear, and perfect for beginners. Let's go. Today, I want to talk about something very important to me. Something that makes me happy. Something that reminds me of home, of family, and of good memories. Today, I want to talk about my favorite meal. Everyone has a favorite meal. Maybe yours is pizza. Maybe it is sushi. Maybe it is something your grandmother used to make when you were a child. For me, my favorite meal is something simple but absolutely delicious. My favorite meal. My favorite meal is rice with beans, fried plantains, and grilled chicken. I know, it sounds very simple, but when it is made with love and the right ingredients, it is the most satisfying meal in the world. At least for me. This meal is special to me for many reasons. First, it is the meal my mom always made on Sundays. In my house, Sunday was family day. Everyone came together. My parents, my brothers and sisters, my grandparents sometimes. And the smell of rice and beans cooking in the kitchen meant one thing. The whole family was coming home. When I smell that food now, even as an adult, it takes me back. Back to Sunday afternoons. Back to laughter around the table. Back to feeling safe and loved. Food is powerful like that. Let me tell you about the ingredients. For the rice, you only need a few things. White rice, water, salt, a little oil, and garlic. Simple. But the secret is in the garlic. My mom always fries the garlic in oil first before adding the rice and water. That step changes everything. The rice smells incredible. For the beans, we use black beans. They cook slowly with onion, garlic, salt, and a little cumin. The beans need time. You cannot rush them. Good beans take patience. And the result is a thick, dark, delicious sauce that goes perfectly over the rice. Now, the grilled chicken. I marinate the chicken the night before. This means I put it in a mixture of lemon juice, garlic, salt, pepper, and a little olive oil. I let it rest in the refrigerator all night. In the morning, it smells amazing already. Then I cook it on a hot grill pan. The chicken gets golden and crispy on the outside and soft and juicy on the inside. Perfect. And the fried plantains, the plantains. They are sweet and soft and slightly caramelized. They are the perfect contrast to the savory rice and beans. Sweet and salty together, my absolute favorite combination. I did not always know how to make this meal. When I was young, I just ate it. My mom cooked and I enjoyed it. Easy life. But when I moved out of my parents' house, I realized something important. I missed this food. I tried to order it at restaurants, but it was never exactly the same. So I called my mom. I said, "Mom, I need you to teach me." And she laughed and said, "Finally." She taught me everything, step by step. How much salt, how long to cook the beans, when to flip the chicken, and slowly, I learned. Now I can make it almost as well as she does. Almost. The first time I made this meal completely alone was a disaster. I burned the rice, I oversalted the beans, and I forgot about the plantains until they were almost black in the pan. I sat down at my kitchen table and looked at the food. It looked sad. It smelled a little burned. I tasted it anyway. You know what? It was not great, but it was mine. I made it, and that made me proud, even though I knew I needed a lot more practice. I called my mom to tell her. She laughed again, but it was a kind laugh. She said, "Keep trying. You will get it.
And I did keep trying. Every week, I made the same meal. Sometimes the rice was too soft, sometimes the chicken was too dry, but every time I learned something new. After a few months, something changed. I made the meal one Sunday afternoon, and when I took the first bite, it tasted right. It tasted like home. I actually had to stop and close my eyes for a moment because the flavor was so familiar and so comforting. I texted my mom immediately. I said, "Mom, I finally got it." She sent back a heart emoji. That was enough. I felt so happy.
Now, this meal is my signature dish. When friends come to visit, I always offer to cook. And when I tell them what I am making, some people say, "Oh, rice and beans? That is so simple." But then they eat it, and their face changes completely. One of my friends, the first time she tried it, said, "Abi, I did not know rice and beans could taste like this." That was one of the best compliments I ever received, because it showed me that simple food, made with care and love, can surprise anyone.
For me, cooking this meal is almost like a ritual. I put on music first, something upbeat, something that makes me want to move in the kitchen. Then I prepare all my ingredients before I start cooking. Everything in its place. I chop the garlic, I rinse the rice, I prepare the chicken, and then I start cooking. The kitchen fills with smells. Garlic in hot oil, beans simmering slowly, chicken sizzling on the grill pan. These sounds and smells together make me feel completely at home, no matter where I am. I think food is one of the most powerful connections we have to our memories and our identity. When I eat this meal, I am not just eating food. I am eating a piece of my childhood, a piece of my family, a piece of where I come from. Scientists say that smell is the sense most connected to memory, and I believe that completely. One smell of black beans cooking, and I am instantly 7 years old again, sitting at my parents' kitchen table, waiting for Sunday lunch, listening to my family talk and laugh around me. Over the years, I have tried different versions of this meal. Sometimes I add avocado on the side. Creamy and fresh, it is the perfect addition. Sometimes I make a simple green salad with lemon dressing to add something light and fresh. Sometimes, when I want something different, I change the chicken for fish. Grilled fish with rice and beans is also delicious. And sometimes, on very special occasions, I make it with slow-cooked beef instead. That version takes all day to make. But when it is ready, absolutely worth every minute. I think cooking at home is one of the best things you can do for yourself. It saves money, it is usually healthier than eating at restaurants, and it gives you a skill that you keep forever. But more than that, cooking connects you to the people you love. When you learn a recipe from your mom or your grandmother or a friend, you carry a piece of them with you every time you make that dish. Cooking is a way of keeping people close, even when they are far away. My mom lives in a different city now, but every time I make her recipe, I feel like she is right there in the kitchen with me. Food is more than fuel. Food is culture. Food is memory. Food is love. And my favorite meal, rice, beans, fried plantains, and grilled chicken, is all of those things for me. It is not a fancy meal. You will not find it in expensive restaurants with white tablecloths, but it is honest food, real food, the kind of food that fills you up and makes you feel good from the inside. I hope that one day you get to try a meal like this, simple, homemade, full of flavor and history. Now, I have a question for you. What is your favorite meal? Is it something your family taught you to make? Or is it something you discovered on your own? Tell me in the comments. I really want to know. Before we finish, Let's review 3 useful phrases from today's episode. Number 1, I marinate the chicken. This means you put the chicken in a mixture of spices and liquids before cooking to give it more flavor. For example, I marinate the chicken the night before. Number 2, it tastes like home. This means the food reminds you of your family and the place where you grew up. For example, when I eat this meal, it tastes like home. Number 3, my signature dish. This means the special meal that you are known for, the dish you make best. For example, rice and beans is my signature dish. Try to use these phrases today. Practice makes progress. Next time on Slow English Podcast, we are going to spend a beautiful day at the beach. Don't miss it. Thank you for listening to Slow English Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps. See you next time.